What's up, dudes? All right. Oh, how's everybody doing? Let me combobulate myself. What's going on with the world today? Get all my tabs up for this shite. Okay. How are we doing, guys? I got the slot there, although that says look alive. I should have that, I guess, in a different place. Because you can't see that quite right. But how's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Well, I'm going to throw on the Rays game right here. We can pan to it, I guess, sometimes. Maybe not. But, all right. Baseball-wise, Smitty Adam, fucking idiot. I'm an idiot. Musgrove gonna shut out his former team. I don't think so. I would lean towards they built him so they can destroy him, Smitty Adam. I think it's like a Frankenstein kind of matchup. That's what I'm looking at. Midnight Titan, rise and shines right, bro. Bro, I'm down like 14 units on my baseball season. I'm rising and shining. I put the work in, bro. That's why I have no stress. But I shall be here. I shall put the work in. I have a little bit of the Rays. Let me pull that game up. I have a teeny bit of the Rays just because the line came down so damn much. Trevor Saunders, Cards ML Trust. Trevor Saunders is a Cardinals fan. He goes to a lot of games, but he can't seem to go to a game they win, and now he's in a conundrum. Trevor, I think I probably lean that side, although I don't know, man. I think I'm right about the Cardinals lineup being thin. And I'm right about that, like Dylan Carlson and a lot of those guys. They're very like matchup dependent where people need to throw them balls in like very convenient spots. I'm not going today, so they should be good. Cheers, Trevor. I think I like Josh Fleming personally. So I think if we're just going to have like a bullpenny toss-up-y kind of game there, the Rays are better at baseball. They're better at this. The Twins are overvalued right now. We've been talking about it. We don't think they're playing particularly good baseball. The other teams are just giving them wins. So if nobody wants to give them a win, like the Rays aren't just going to give them a win here. Yesterday, the line was super wide, crazy. I was like, oh, take your Twins. I want a little bit of Rays here. Will Mariners really get swept by the Marlins? They're not playing good baseball. Would it shock you? I mean, this is like my original side, and then I dwindled it down. But I would way rather be on the Marlins than the Mariners. I mean, it's like an object in motion stays in motion. I don't see anything that will keep them from. I mean, Alcantara's on the bump. So now they're just running into that. I mean, it's worse. You can almost see it as like a short line for Alcantara if you want to play the Marlins. Cubs, bro, Midnight Titan. I think it's wide. I didn't put it on the board. So I just think that line is wide, like plus 200-ish. I still don't think the Brewers are playing their best. So I have a little bit there. Like, I just think it's wide. I'm not taking it, but I think it's a wide line personally. Very similar to the Twins Rays yesterday. Like, probably not personally taking it, but I think it's wide. I think Mitch Keller is going to pitch really well today. I've been selling this San Diego lineup to no avail. If you don't agree in selling the San Diego lineup, maybe the Pirates aren't for you today. I think at over plus 150, like we win this game over 40% of the time. I really believe we do. I think they know Musgrove so well. Why the Pirates against Musgrove? Because they built him. They're the ones that turned him into, like, he was a decent prospect on Houston. Houston was like, yo, whatever. He wasn't very important to Houston. Then you see him go to the Pirates, and you just see year over year the improvement with Ray Savage and that organization. They built him. They know exactly who he is, exactly what he's going to try and do. They know everything about him. Like, they built him. They made it. Like, if you made the cookie, you can destroy the cookie. That's a bad example. But I think you get the line of logic I'm going with in that game. I think the Pirates have been super spunky. They were punching back and forth yesterday. You throw a punch, I throw a punch. They're in the fight. I think they're going to come to, spazzing out with Brill. Yeah. I think NBA wise, I'm not touching the Warriors as a favorite right now. Like, they're not playing good basketball. They're just shooting. And, shooting, maybe they shoot well, maybe they don't. I think the NBA needs the Grizz to win game 1 or 2. You absolutely need the Grizz to win game 1 or 2. And with how Ja's playing, like, first of all, the Grizz are an awesome matchup with the Warriors to begin with. So I have to lean that way. I don't know if I'm going to take any, and I'm going to look for a really good spot to live bet the Celtics because inevitably the Celtics are going to win that game one way or another. Yeah, I think CC is going downhill. They got 21 and then shit the bed since. CC. Why is my brain completely failing? Because when I see CC, I just think CC Sabathia. As a bounce back, long game of the road trip, McKenzie not best pitcher. I like Tristan McKenzie personally. I have no lean in that game whatsoever. I can see it going either way. Cleveland won, tough game. Yep. Is that coffee? I start with a Red Bull and a blunt every morning. Yeah, no, I'm a coffee guy. I'm a coffee and a doobie on Sundays. So I had my doobie, but no blunt. But the Grizz have gone down 20 points twice and let the Wolves come back. Warriors won't let that happen. Yeah, I think it's just also a very different matchup. Like, they're very athletic too, right? June Barfro. I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing your name wrong. But Jabbar Foprez. Jabbar Foprez. It's not the same matchup. Like, the Timberwolves are uber athletic like the Grizzlies are. And like, they were able to match athleticism. You saw, well, like a guy like Jared Vanderbilt played in that series. He was amazing, I thought, defensively in that series. The Warriors don't have the same length and don't do the same things. So they almost punish the Warriors, like, shooting, skill, everything like that. They're not maybe the thickest, biggest, whatever kind of guy. That's what the Grizzlies punish, right? So that's what that matchup is for me personally. CC, Chicago Cubs. Oh, I keep thinking CC Sabathia. Bucks Celtics, let's go. I just think the Celtics win that game. I don't know if they cover. That's a pretty wide line. Angels, Trout, simply the best. I think the Angels stink. I think they're fraudulent. I don't think this is magically the year they get it together. I just don't see that. Death lineup is going to get beat up inside. Agreed. The Grizzlies are a really, really good matchup. Warriors perimeter defense is far better than the Wolves too. Jabbar for president. Okay, I get that. I think the Warriors perimeter defense. Yeah, I mean, D'Angelo Russell's on the perimeter for the Timbs, right? But just overall, like, length, everything. I don't know. I think both teams, like, you can see high scoring games. These are probably going to be high scoring games. Like, this is like the NBA showcase series, the Grizzlies. That's like their showcase series from this round, where they're going to want everybody watching and are going to fucking hope there's really high scoring games and stuff. Angels with the goose egg yesterday. It was my only play. What are you going to do, man? You keep it moving. Keep it moving. Don't be afraid to play, though. The Astros, I think line is wild. I love Framber Valdez. So against Kevin Gausman, who's wildly overrated in the market right now. I know who Kevin Gausman is. He came up with the Orioles. I've watched him pitch I've watched him pitch since his first start. I think I watched his first start in the bigs. I know who Kevin Gausman is. He's not a sub 2.5 ERA in the AL pitcher. He's not. That's ridiculous, and he's being overvalued. Plus 155. How are people just piling in against the Astros? Did everybody die last night on the Astros? Like, there's just nobody to come to the field. The White Sox, I'll take them again today. I just think this price is wholly incorrect. Like, I know another guy like Lorenzen. Like, if you follow baseball, you saw him on the Cincinnati Reds however long. They tried stretching him out into a starter. I'm not saying it's not going to work, but I'm saying like a sub 3 ERA coming over the AL, where it's just like, we're going to value him as like a fucking ace, where he's minus 120 on the road over Dallas Keuchel. I see more money coming in. I just took a plus 110. Like, what is, I don't know. Whatever. We'll see what happens. And then the Yankees, I think, just win this game a scary high percentage of the time. Sevy's pitching pretty well, and that's fucking pretty awesome for us. I wouldn't touch the Red Sox with a 10-foot pole. I think they stink at baseball, and I think they're overvalued. I think this line, if you can get under minus 135, is pretty short on the Braves. I think the Giants probably win. I love Josiah Gray, but I've wanted, like one of our first points on the season for the Giants was we want to invest in almost like every Alex Cobb start, because him coming over, leaving the AL East to go to this cushy situation out here, like AL East, and then what? He was still in the AL, leaving the AL to come to this cushy situation out here. I mean, carving up lineups like the Nationals. I mean, come on. It's like when he used to get to play the Nationals when he was in Baltimore, it's probably like fucking, well, I guess the lineup wasn't as bad though. Are the Reds going to finish 3-159? LOL. Maybe. I thought they were going to win yesterday. I thought they were going to get it done. Dodgers will be there in the end, probably. I mean, not in the end, not in the World Series, but they'll be, in the playoffs for sure. They're not going to be in the World Series because they stink. Wait, the Celtics Bucks game started? Are you serious? Okay, let's look for the Celtics to go down. Or you just look for a tight game down the stretch and see if you can get a cheap price. You can get something under like minus 160 or something. If that's available down the stretch? Yeah, I'm going to be flipping back and forth between this and the Rays. Suns Bucks finals rematch? No fucking way. There's no way the Suns. That team, no way. Chris Paul people have had enough of his shit. I think everybody's had enough of his shit. There's no way the world subjects us to that. Just the world will save us from Chris Paul in the finals again. Although I will say their team chemistry from everybody not named Chris Paul is pretty insane. Like Mikal Bridges, it's like Mikal Bridges getting traded, that trade for that kid from whose name is escaping me for some reason from Texas Tech that came there for a year under Chris Beard, Zaire Smith. That trade is one of the worst trades in NBA history. Like maybe not NBA history, it's been bad. That is a scary bad trade. Imagine if the Sixers just had Mikal Bridges, like what their upside would be compared, because he's like the life force of the team on top of being an amazing player. He's like one of them. That's just like a super guy. Like he brings so much. Can you imagine like what a stupid fucking trade, especially because he was a perfect fit for the team they had. Amazing. So that's what I'm thinking. Bridges and Cam Johnson are huge pieces for the Suns. I agree, and I think Cam Johnson is definitely going to continue to get better. Fucking Bridges should too. Would love for Dallas to pull it off, but they won't be able to stop Ayton. I think the biggest problem for Dallas is the backcourt. They don't have a defensive stopper, and they have to play three guards that can't really. It's like the Dallas to me is like a better version of Lillard and McCollum with the Blazers. That's what that team is. A slightly better version, but ultimately flawed in the playoffs. Miles Gehrig is probably your name. No, it could be either way. That's fucking awesome though if your name is Gehrig somewhere in there like Lulu. But yeah, I think that like there's who's gonna stop somebody when push comes to shove. Which guy in the backcourt? Is it going to be Spencer fucking Dinwiddie? No. Is it going to be Jalen Brunson? Unfortunately not. Is it going to be Luka? No. So it's the same thing. Just perimeter defense will fail you when push comes to shove. Wow, man, you got a sick name. Congratulations, kid. That's fucking awesome. I bet you get special treatment in life. Yeah, that's where it's just like for me, I still think so. What I'm planning to do, Finney Smith is the only defense they have. Yeah, Jabbar. Man. I mean, it's like unfortunate. I mean, you'd think since they were in their division, they would have watched the Blazers and just be like, man, like they just can't get over the hump because they can't defend anybody on the perimeter at the end of games. And it's just that's what the deal is. It's just the Jazz suck so bad. They're such a mess. And Mike Conley just fell completely off the hill. Like it just like bloop, just right off the cliff. So what I'm trying to do is I'm hoping, I don't think I'm going to bet on it, but I'm hoping, yes, the Jazz will blow it up. If there's ever an organizational time to restart, I mean, what other side do you need? Like if you're an organization, you're sitting there, is there any other like asteroid that can smack you in the side of the head that you'd be like, guess it's over. Like we just completely, we look completely lifeless. It took like a Mavs collapse for us to get the only win we could, like after game one, right? Or was that even a 5-game series? Whatever. The 6-game series, yeah, game one. Okay, so What I'm thinking is I'm hoping the Grizz will win because actually I had Danos hit me up and he was saying he wants to take the Grizz for a bunch against the Warriors in this series. So I was like, I think I'm going to wait for them to lose game one that the NBA is going to help them get, and then I'm going to hammer the Warriors series after game one was what I was thinking because I still think the Warriors win I think the Warriors win. So whoever asked about the Suns Bucks rematch, I think the Warriors win. I think they probably play like the Celtics and they win. Because the Celtics play really good defense, man. Defense wins in the playoff. Like the Celtics play the best defense, probably. The Celtics and the Warriors probably play the best defense. And do you think the Suns maybe play a little better defense? I think the Warriors play better defense than the depends matchup wise. Ohtani, Trout, next McCovey, Mays. Dude, Ohtani and Trout. I'm sorry, but like I'm not a Trout guy. I've never seen him win anything in my life, Gary. Has Mike Trout had an important at bat in his life? I know it's not his fault. I'm just saying he doesn't mean it's like Twins up 3-0. Eat a dick. Do you trade three? Nobody wants Mike Connolly. Mitchell, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Mitchell just needs to be like the number 3 on a team. It's like he's not a number 1, he's a number 3. And then Gobert, yeah, I would. I mean, who the fuck wants Rudy Gobert on their team? Everybody hates him. Who would trade for that guy? Everybody freaking hates that guy. Oh no, Craig Joe. I don't mean you. I just mean the fact that what happened. I don't think that's. Oh, start off the game with an error. As I say, my take is that they play better baseball than the Twins, and they start off the game with an error that leads to 3-0 all. They haven't even gotten an out yet. That's pretty bad. Yeah, Celtics already playing. No, you're not. I know, Credit Joe. I'm not. I didn't mean it like that, bro. I'm in a fucking fantastic mood. I meant like dick, like their dicks. Trevor Wall or Tyler Wall, is this a dick? That kid is a space cadet. I don't know what he's doing out there. Like we really had to give Wander a day off. That was the super necessary. But I guess that's why I got the line I got, right? So you got to live in the world you live in. Interesting lineup by the Twins. It looks like a child made it. Like Byron Buxton, Carlos Correa, Kyle Garlick, Polanco, Urshela, Kepler, Sanchez, Celestino, Arias in the 9 for absolutely no good reason, even though he has a 400 on base. Fucking stupid team. Rocco Baldelli, do you remember him playing on Tampa Bay? He stinks as a manager. I need to get into sport. I think they have a good organization, stinky manager. I need to get into sports betting more. It's about to be legal in Missouri. Nice, man. Yeah, bro. Hop on board. It's a fun way to make a living. Comparably. It's pretty fucking relaxing. What else are we thinking? Anybody have any baseball takes for today? Any baseball takes? Under 7 in Marlins Mariners? I don't know. I mean, you can't really go too wrong there considering the way the Mariners are fucking scoring runs. So I like the first half. I think you could have some problems late, but I think you'll be in probably good shape early, which is super unhelpful to you. How many is Logan Gilbert going to give up? 3 to 4? Somewhere between 2 and 4. By the time it's said and done. Because later he'll give up probably a couple. I don't know. Tough. I don't know. I don't really have a take on it, man. What's the Marlins? The Marlins offense has been decent, right? Recently. Yeah, no, I think late you can get fucked up there. And I think the Marlins can score some runs. I'd rather just take the Marlins to sweep. The Dodgers -1.5. Yeah, I can. Yeah, sure. Credit Joe, sure. I like the no run first inning in Yanks Royals, maybe, or I mean, they're not going to score. The Royals aren't going to score, so you at least have half the equation down there. Jabbar. Angels only team to ever take only pitchers to an entire draft. Yeah, they need to organizationally. It's a good move. Their pitching is trash. Although they have some pieces now, like Sandoval, like cash in on your insane splits, bro. Like, let's start cashing in on some of this like insane shit you have. Oh, I'm excited. I think fucking Joe Musgrove is gonna get fucked up. I'm excited for that spot. That's one of those ones where I want to be right. Like that angle I have, I want that to be right. What's going on in Bucks Celtics? 12-4, huh? 12-14, I mean. The Bob Williams is also kind of an issue, huh? For the Bucks in this matchup, in this series. Bob Williams is a problem for a lot of people right now. But I feel like this specific matchup is tougher. Dodgers either with -1.5 or lose. Yeah, I can't believe I wasn't on the Tigers yesterday with that insane price, especially versus a lefty. They hit lefties well. I don't care what his name is. So that was a little bit about a hiccup. Although at least when people asked in the chat, I said to go that way. People that were saying it, so that's good. 4-0 20s. Huh. Sometimes. Just don't know. Oh, I'll turn it. Oh, I'm doing a baseball podcast tonight with my buddy, by the way. But does anybody have any, since it's early Sunday, anybody got any like specific matchup questions? Otherwise, I feel like 5-0. Jesus Christ, Josh Fleming. Like, dude, get it the fuck together. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe this is an awesome lineup and I just don't know. Are able to make a living with sports gambling. 1,000%, Milkman. Things are so inefficient right now. 1,010%. You can. 1,010%. Mets, Mad Max. That line's like too wide for me personally. Like I saw, like that's a pretty wide line, no? -170 seems like a lot. Seems like a touch high to me. Just a little touch high. You can't go. I guess you can't go wrong, but that's like high. I would lean that way though. I don't want fucking Zach Eflin against the Mets lineup against Big Dog. 18-12 Celtics. Yeah, that might get tough. Although they're not just gonna. The Bucks have that metal, right? They have that experience. They might have been the worst championship team of all time, but they still got a fucking ring. So it does lend something. Winning lends you something in sports. Who are you? Five. Let's see, Rays. Are you the old Rays? I think it's their lineup is just shit now, comparably. Like, look at this lineup compared to last year. How do you trot out this fucking lineup with Manny Margot in the 2-hole and trade Austin Meadows before the season? I mean, what the fuck are you thinking? Think DH should come to National League. Well, you should look at a box score and you'll be very happy. Yeah. I think you'll be pumped when you look at some box scores, brother. All right. Anybody got any other Lastimos? There's so many MLB games to look at today. I can't pick 3 to bet on. I mean, there's always so many MLB games to look at. That's the beauty of it, right? You're just investing on prices, so you don't need to worry about who's going to win, like kind of mentality. I mean, you should never worry about that mentality in sports, I don't think personally, but that's the fun of it, eh? That's why it's a good sport to bet on, yeah? By the end of the season, if you know what you're doing, you don't lose many seasons. Just strip a lot of variance out of there, yeah? All right. Any last matchup questions? We're about to hit 10:30. I got my half hour in at least. But I actually think the Warriors Grizz game is going to be the thing I'm most like I want to tune into the most today because that's like the Grizz are winning that. I mean, the Warriors are winning that series. I mean, let's not, no matter what happens, I don't care if they go down fucking 3-0. The Warriors are winning that series. It's just the way it's going to happen. Although good matchup for the Grizz, so there's going to be some close games. It's going to be some good betting opportunities, I think. All right, guys, I'm going to check out then. Nobody has anything else. Hope everybody has a wonderful Sunday. Be kind to people and have a wonderful one, guys. Have a good one. Ooh. Do 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 do.